Hello, welcome friends. Today we are going to discuss about requirement of ISO 9001 and IATF 16949 for scope of quality management system. This is as per clause number 4.3. Welcome back friends. Myself Mahendra Deshmukh from Prabha Consultant Pune. Before going ahead, I request all of you to like our video and subscribe our channel. So friends, let's go ahead. So as per clause number 4.3, the organization shall determine boundaries and applicability. So what is boundary? Boundary means if you have 3 to 4 units, then you have to decide. If you have made the preparation of 2 units for ISO certification or IATF certification, then you can consider only these 2 units for certification purpose. So you have to determine first which units you are going to consider for certification process. So this is what the expectation or requirement of ISO as per clause number 4.3. Also, you may have different functions, you may have different sections. So consider all those sections in the scope of QMS. Whatever the sections, whatever the functions you are considering for ISO certification, you have to mention that. This is what the boundaries. Then what is the applicability? So applicability is you have to include the type of products and services you are giving to your customer. There may be different products. For example, here we have given you may be supplying steering wheel to the auto OEM or maybe springs, whatever. So whatever the products you are giving to your customer, you have to list it down. So you can consider those products in the scope of QMS. If you are excluding certain product, manufacturing line of one product, then you have to mention that. If you are not considering, you are not prepared for certification for particular product, you can include only the product, those product which you are considered for certification. Then you have to include the requirements of IATF, all clauses in the scope of QMS, and exclusions also you have to mention, because in some cases you are not designing the products. If you are not responsible for design of the product, then you can exclude that clause from the scope of quality management system. So next is, while defining or while determining the scope of quality management system, you can consider external and internal issues. Refer the external and internal issues related to your organization. Then you can also consider the requirements of relevant interested parties, and state the type and services covered in the scope of quality management system. Friends, now this is the requirement for IATF especially. Earlier 2 slides we have discussed about the requirement of ISO 9001, but this is now the additional requirement by IATF 16949, Automotive Quality Management System. So what is this requirement? So IATF says you have to include if you have a supporting function outside your organization or at a remote location, you need to consider that supporting functions in the quality management system. Along with this number of units and number of functions, whatever you have considered, you have to include that function also. So support function include support functions. These are design centers, maybe distribution center also you may be having, or maybe corporate headquarters you have at different remote location. You have to consider that while defining the scope of QMS for automotive industry, automotive quality management system. And also you have to include the customer specific requirement. Your specific customer may have different requirement as far as quality management system is concerned. You have to include that customer specific requirement in the scope of quality management system. This is not applicable for ISO 9001, but for IATF, you need to work upon this additionally. And also, permitted exclusion you have to mention, because as we have already discussed, if you are not responsible for product design, then you have to mention that. Thank you very much, friends. I hope you understood how to prepare the scope for quality management system. In case you wish to connect with us, myself Mahendra Deshmukh, once again from Prabha Consultant Pune. My contact 7219841242. My email ID mahendra3inin@gmail.com. Thank you very much.